Welcome to the first session. Damn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Austin,
Yeah.
how are you?
All right,
I've
man.
heard so
Yeah.
much about you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about your organization. It's Maui. Did I pronounce it right?
Maui.
Yeah. And you're one of the organizers, right?
Yeah,
Or-
I'm the co-founder of the Career Talks.
Okay.
We've been doing it quite a long time, around 5 months, every Wednesday.
In Beijing years, that's not a long time. but that's
Beijing Maori, that's the big company name, but you also been here.
Yeah, I've been here a while, and I do acting workshops, ACT.
ACT.
Yeah, actor cinematic training. So that's my little plug for
KUULTRURR.
it's a real posh set you have here. You know, Studio C, right? The Studio C.
Studio C, kind of. Studio Celestial.
Right, Celestial. I love this place.
It's C or with S. Yeah, it's C. Celestial. It's
Celestial,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's with C.
I don't know. Like maybe they spell it differently in another universe
Might
or something,
be,
right? Because this is very celestial. Right?
Totally different.
Yeah.
word.
So, wow.
I want to thank this place. Really, it's an amazing place. I've been here many times, like
Right.
four times. They have a rooftop. They have this place, another zone.
That's right.
Mostly artists.
Many floors, many levels of amazement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this place. It's like when you come in here, you forget what country you're in. It's just like a whole world of its own. You know?
It's like we're not in China.
That's right. Where are we?
Yeah, maybe on French or.
Yeah. You sound you're not French.
No, I'm not French.
But I mean, so many accents. It's an international city, right?
Yeah, Beijing, super international. Actually, but I seen Beijing mostly like recently. The people I hang around with, it's either basically all of the countries which are not America. Like Africa, you see a lot. You see Kyrgyzstan,
a lot of stands.
Turkmenistan, right? Yeah, a lot of stands. Russia.
Right.
All this other side of the world.
So I love it here. I mean, I'm from Los Angeles, and we call it the melting pot, but it's mostly Latin America melting pot for the most part. But I picked up a lot of accents. I can play just enough of that as an actor to get by.
Acting, you do, like you film the movie.
Yeah.
You do basically everything. You touched every aspect of making movies, right?
Just about. The blood, sweat, and tears, all of that, and movie making, it's an art form. I started out as an artist, a painter. I wanted to be a painter. Yeah.
You have the good
hand.
And
I do that. Yeah, right. And I went to school for art and found out that, wow, art is like a big pizza pie. You got lots of different slices, and some of them involve performance and making different things like films. Or acting, or singing. My singing, it's more like blues. As I was developing as a painter, and I became professional, and then I started getting a little antsy, and I like to be around people. Painting is very like mono. You're very alone, and it's okay.
But you can
once in a while
go somewhere, take inspiration. I know, like artists.
Yeah, well, that's true. You have to get out. Yeah, you got to be inspired. So people go to Paris or wherever. You got to be inspired, right? Yeah. And acting is very another slice of that pizza that I fell in love with, along with writing. But writing is also very mono and very alone. You're alone a lot of the time in your mind.
Yeah.
But acting takes the mental part and the physical part, and I like sports as well. You can see I kind of messed up my knee.
Tell me a bit, like, did you have the chance to talk with some of them, some cool experience?
I did.
A lot of them, I don't know.
There's too many.
Wow.
I would love to tell you all the stories. Just so many. Most people in LA, the real actors, they're not very pretentious. They're very easygoing. And then that's how I think.
They're not easygoing.
They are easygoing.
They are
the real actors.
Really, the real actors.
And I was going to say that's how you can kind of tell if someone's a good actor is if they're not full of themselves. They're more like every day.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what and I'll fast forward a little bit. I teach acting now, and bringing that whole ideology about being yourself but not being yourself. I mean, that's the dynamic of acting. People feel like, well, I have to act like someone else, but in reality, you want to avoid doing it. You want to become yourself, but the self you don't know yet. You want to dig inside, peel away the layers.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is method acting or whatever different terms, have been developed over the years. Stanislavski, Meisner, all these different angles, and they're all awesome. But which one works for you is what's important. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's acting. But the LA thing is like, I grew up in LA, and it's a weird place. It's we call it
it's a bit crazy.
Holly weird.
Holly weird, yeah. It's a bit
because
crazy.
it's all about fantasy, and people lose their minds over that. You hear all kind of crazy stories, and even actors that become really good, they lose their minds because they get so much into the world of active psychology that they can never come back.
There was the clown from not Batman, Spider-Man movie.
Right, the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker.
There you go, battling demons. And demons it's a whole nother world of hurt. That you either get it to work for you, or you're fighting it your entire existence, and you take alcohol and drugs or whatever.
Yeah, it's a heavy subject, because everybody got his demons, but they're just getting up in the morning and trying to do their things, and sometimes the demons take them, and sometimes. How did you describe this process of fighting demons? Is there some kind of...
Well, I mean, it started from, I'm the type of director, I see people and I get inspired, and I see someone and then I think of a story, and the story just happens. Yeah. So I found this actor. It was at an old bar in Beijing called Temple. But this guy named Reese, and he was like one of the locals there, and he was a musician, rapper, ukulele player, and I got inspired by that, and also all the crazy happenings there. And you're just watching things, you're observing. Yeah. And then I just sat down one night, Halloween night, and the script just happened. The screenplay.
Wow.
Not in one night, maybe 3 nights, but it's like
that. It's crazy.
That's the only thing I don't like about writing. Is once you start, you can't stop. It just flows out.
Maybe you. I wish it to myself, right?
Well, you can't. If you just allow it to happen, don't think. Just remember, turn off your thinking part, your left or right. The part that is more cognizant.
Yeah, you need to get in this zone. And how do you get in the writing zone, the musa? I don't know how to
music, turn on some music, and then just, have some coffee so you can't sleep, and you just, and it'll flow, man. And then, so I had this screenplay, and then some people say, hey, well, okay, we'll back you, let's make a feature film. And so that's what I spent all of last year doing. And it was a little crazy because I had to figure out how to make it, but and it's a crazy film. It's more of it's a mood piece, and that makes it kind of a hard sell. Maybe you'll like it. A lot of people like it. Some people don't get it, but it's okay. It's art.
Everybody have his own way to fight the demons, and like how you did this movie in China, in Hollywood. You're around.
I did. Well, having been in China for so many years, I worked in the commercial TVC, as we call it here, TVC business. So I've developed a lot of guanxi and credibility, and so you got, just like in the music business, you got to get your creds, right? So the credibility helped, and also people seeing what I've done before, portfolio work, and so that led to them making me an offer and saying, hey, because they want to go to Hollywood, and I'm talking about Chinese. Yeah. So to answer your question, it was a Chinese side that wanted to go to Hollywood, and they didn't want,
Yeah, to penetrate that market.
Right, exactly, and establish themselves. And that's the interesting thing about the film industry in China, is that it's been trying to first establish itself as a legitimate entity, and it's done that really well.
China.
Yeah, China, it's just forget about the rest of the world. I mean, it's just I think it's really well established now. Like I just came off acting in a film, Dongji Island. Actually, I didn't act in it. I did voice work, and we call it ADR for some of the characters. Dongji Island is a really solid Chinese film that just came out, and it's about perseverance and courage, and pretty much something everyone needs, whether you're in the film business or not. If you're in business in general, you need that. You should go see the movie because it'll inspire you.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
But when I saw that, I said, okay, well, China has arrived in the film business, and they understand how to do art and commerce, which has been a tough thing. A lot of times, they just want to make a film that is politically motivated, or it's just really too artistic for people to get into.
Yeah.
But now they're getting to figure out how to get the oil and water to mix now. And so that's something they really they've established it now, but they still want to get to the West, right?
But with pretty famous Chinese.
Yeah, I've worked with some
actors.
pretty good, pretty interesting Chinese actors, and singers. Lexi Liu, I don't know if she's a rapper. And I've trained a lot of Chinese actors, in a one-to-one situation, like a private coaching type thing, and also dialect development, because they want to sound like they're from the U.S. or they want to, they don't want to sound like from New York. I'm from New York. They want to get West Coast or East Coast, and so dialects are important.
We usually have like one guy here in the occasion. By the way, we do these occasions every Wednesday for around 5 months. I think that's the first time we do a podcast before.
Is that right? Hey.
You're the first guy.
All right, man.
Yeah.
The Virgin Podcast. That's the name.
I don't think that. You've been here before, right? In Celestial, you had kind of.
Well, I've had some other event. I've done some poetry, slam poetry. You mentioned you love slam poetry. Yeah, I like doing. It's very improvisational. Slam poetry. You're not writing anything. You're just laying it down. It's boom, done. And it's very physical too, which I like. I guess it's a very sports thing.
Yeah, it's like freestyle rapping. Bro, we should
It is,
freestyle.
yeah.
I wish we can freestyle one day.
I know, man. Are you going to do some today? I mean, we're
If we have a music on
Bring
the
you up,
set,
man.
we
Yeah.
can do it. I do in Hebrew, you do in English.
Nice, man. Okay. Yeah. Yiddish. We can do
Yeah,
that.
Yiddish.
So here we are, man. I mean, getting to meet someone, and you're from another part of the world, and everyone here is from some. So when you say where are you from, it's like people in LA, we say I'm from North Hollywood, or I'm from But here it's like you can be from anywhere, man.
Everyone from a lot of parts. That's the beauty of China. Nobody knows it. People think China is only Chinese.
Even Chinese people have different, like Guangdong or Guangdonghua or
Yeah, a lot of different cultures, different backgrounds.
Yeah. I guess the stage crew has given us the
the sign there. Cut off. All right.
But hey, here we are, and this is I want to thank you again for inviting me, because it's been cool to hang out here and have some beer, and let's have a little cheers here, man.
One more cheers for Celestial.
No Gambay, just a
Oh, whoa, Ganbei, no.